Hi everyone, in this video that you are going to see right now, there is a webinar that I had the opportunity to share with the Energy Institute in the area of integrated risk management in the energy sector, where I explain the most important and relevant aspects of risk quantification in the area of project management and how this area should be integrated as well with budgeting, finance, accounting, and as well the enterprise risk management framework. I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you so much for joining the Energy Institute to this webinar, and thank you so much for your time. I'm going to try to be really open and flexible here, trying to keep all the communication quite open. Please use your chat. Although that I'm going to answer the question at the end of the presentation. If you have any questions during the progress of my talk, just please write your question there in the chat. No problem at all. Okay. Today we are going to talk about this massive engagement and project that we have with the Energy Institute. The Energy Institute since 2018 become one of the worldwide accreditation center of the certifying quantitative risk management. Is working closely with the International Institute of Professional Education and Research, who owns and they are the trustees of the certifying quantitative risk management accreditation. And this accreditation as well was endorsed by the Institute of Chemical Engineers among other organizations. Today, our interest is not only giving you a little bit an overview how you are able to implement these methodologies, these tools, and knowledge in the energy sector, how the energy companies in general, starting for oil and gas, renewable, biomass, hydrogen companies, and so forth, they are using all these skills, methodologies that not only support the certifying quantitative risk management accreditation, but as well how professionals behind this industry are using these skills to make informed decisions. A brief summary or overview, and the only thing that you need to remember here is my email. If you have any problem, any concern, any question, just email me directly, or you can email directly to the Energy Institute, and they are happy to address and send me the questions if you have. Okay, I've been working in this industry for more than 18 years. I started my career in bank, also analyzing oil and gas, the oil and gas sector, energy sector in general, and later I moved formally for the oil and gas industry doing financial valuation, real option valuation, and so forth. Okay, and today my main interest, before jumping to the general topics and start giving you pieces of information behind how organizations need to quantify risk in order to manage their situation. You cannot manage something you are not able to quantify. This is why we are working together with the Energy Institute in order to leverage the skills and capabilities the professionals should have in order to make support decisions. Nowadays, just taking out what is happening around the world, all the dynamics and so on, let's narrow a little bit what is happening in the oil and gas sector. Up to now, April 2020, there are a lot of dynamics, a lot of challenges behind the oil and gas, and of course the spillover and the interconnection to the energy sector. Okay, we have the problem of COVID. The only thing that we know behind this coronavirus problem is that there is no vaccine yet. There are certain countries, certain pharmaceutical companies working really hard to get the vaccine, but the only recommendation we have is stay at home, protect yourself and the others. Okay. At the same time, COVID right now is impacting in project delivery because, of course, the companies cannot have the same group of people inside. They are probably experiencing at the same time delays in certain projects, which is difficult managing the contractor is right now is one important area that is difficult for the energy sector. In addition to this, of course, now is everything associated with the oil and gas crash, the negative prices, or let's say the refinery or the downstream business they need to start paying the people or companies to take the product because they cannot shut down the operation. Of course, this is a massive problem, but it's not only prices, it's only also the fluctuation in demand. There is no demand there to get the commodity because people are working from home, and of course, many companies are reducing the operation expenditures as well. Of course, from the supply side as well, Saudi Arabia, Russia, China, they are right now making important pressure in the market. The other challenge is the climate change, all this dynamic regulatory perspective behind the G20 and the new scheme, procedure, regulatory standards, and strategies to decarbonize the economy, and as well, which is a standard in any industry, you have the assets, you have to dismantle them at the end of the life cycle. Both the commissioning start playing an important role, not only because of the liability of the taxpayers, but also because many companies right now, they need to visualize what is the strategy associated with the commissioning, is asset reuse, is new technologies to reduce costs, and all these type of things, okay? Of course, the strategies are many strategies there, okay? Cost-cutting, merger and acquisition, asset sales, diversification, emerging market, new projects, okay? What I'm going to do right now, just before jumping, I gave you an opportunity to fill a small survey associated with these challenges, and I'm going to just quickly narrow some of them, okay? 57%, around 57%, 38%, the main challenge is going to be the oil and gas crash. Yeah, that is important, and we need to understand the dynamics of the. However, you can see important dispersion here because some people are also talking about 25% COVID. Of course, if you are working in project management, COVID is impacting severely in certain areas of the companies because they cannot, there are certain problems associated with projects like work, maintenance, or platform work, and for those companies that the production process is not fully automatized, of course, it's going to be a problem as well. Other people also mention a little bit about operational maintenance. Of course, it's a critical one. Climate change, yes, critical one. And also as well some strategy. The strategy also depends, and this is interesting, also always depends what type of data is available, what type of strategy is available. Of course, in COVID, many people say, yeah, for COVID, cost cutting is becoming. Yes, if we follow Bloomberg, Reuters, or any other source of what companies are doing right now, of course, the first, the oil and gas and the energy sector is fully characterized for being a cost-cutting player. Every time that something wrong happens, they need to start immediately acting, reducing costs, putting people in furlough, putting people in layoff, and so forth. Okay? Merger acquisition, of course, if those companies that are losing position in the market share, they become takeover targets for other companies, and as well for those companies that are struggling to get resources, the merger acquisition starts playing a important role. In climate change, interestingly, people talk about new projects, and that's in the agenda of the policymakers, and as well in the agenda of many companies. They are trying to create a new portfolio of projects with new technologies and so on. In decommissioning, because this is something that I want to touch today, it's interesting because people are talking about asset reuse, okay? The reuse of assets is important as well to visualize what are the implications of this area. Okay, decarbonization, of course, they are quite connected, and this is more or less the information I wanted to share. Okay, coming back to the presentation I have, there are a lot of information, a lot of dimensions associated with the energy challenges. Okay, we have decarbonization in one side. You have to dismantle, and as well you need to do the land remediation. The biggest issue right now is because decommissioning is a cash constraint. It's a cash problem for the company. They need to pay a lot of money for dismantling. Doing this project management, of course, is becoming a massive project. So if you visualize here, all these challenges requires data. It's not like my company is going to jump right now in creating a new project, a new technology, it's going to diversify or something like that. All these type of things requires information, requires data to support the decision-making process. Right now we have three areas. One, those companies that are quite passive, they don't have a lot of degree of freedom. Survival likelihood tend to be quite low. We have also companies that are managing. They become agile in managing certain trends, but they are just managing the contingency. Okay, they are right now the prices go down. What we are gonna do? Cost and so forth. Okay, of course, all these areas that I'm going to cover in this presentation is to model, to create risk-based active management companies. That means companies that are able to forecast what is going to happen in the future, or creating scenario analysis, creating simulation, creating different methodologies, approaches to see what are the trends that these companies are going to be exposed.